So I'm going to talk today about some of the key female fitness myths. I think, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today, is also applicable to, males as well. But there is some pretty distinctive myths when it comes to females and the myths surrounding the fitness industry. So I think first and foremost, the biggest myth, and it's probably something that everybody, male or female, is quite well aware of, is like there's this notion of, like a lot of girls are afraid, like if I lift weights, especially heavy weights, that's gonna build big, bulky, muscle that's more suited towards men. And the reality is that due to differences in our hormones, men obviously having more testosterone and women having less testosterone, more estrogen. The reality is, unless a female is taking anabolic steroids, she is not going to build big, bulky muscle that males would build with more testosterone, simply because females don't have as much testosterone. So what actually happens is when females engage in real, fairly heavy strength training, you know, this is another related thing, but the word toned is a made up term that the fitness industry made up in order to get more women to, do things like high rep training, doing 20, 30, 40 reps in their training, selling programs, selling circuits that all promise to tone women's muscles up. The reality is you can't actually you can't tone muscle. You simply cannot tone a muscle. You can either build a muscle or you can shrink a muscle. There's only two things you can do with muscle, and that is build or shrink it. So, and I think a lot of the time there's confusion, like with toned as well. It means dropping body fat as well. So building muscle and dropping body fat is really what toned means, in inverted commas, toned. So instead, women, any girls watching this video, or any men watching this video, and you have girlfriends or wives or sisters that train, honestly, and it's another thing that it can be intimidating to go into a weight room and start training with men around you. I totally understand that. I've talked to girls before about this problem, and many girls have told me this problem, and I don't like to see it. I would love to see more women in the weight room, 100%, and men need to stop with the sort of bravado and machoism of like I'm tough and I'll act tough around women. We need to foster a good environment for women to feel comfortable to lift weights. So that's the fundamental myth. Trust me, any girls watching this, you will not, build bulky muscle. You will actually build a phenomenal physique. Lifting weights and resistance training is one of the best ways to build a strong, healthy, sexy looking fucking body. Honestly, you're not gonna get a sexy looking body. You're not gonna build a good ass by fucking running the treadmill. And this is another thing. Like I see so many girls do isolation exercise, like fucking kickbacks and fucking we glute bridges and fucking just. I'm not dismissing the effectiveness of those exercises, but they're not really the most effective things women can do. And this leads into the next point of women, girls, like you need to be doing squats and deadlifts and hip thrusters, barbell work, big barbell movements that recruit the most muscle fibers and gross movement patterns. Gross motor units will reap the best results and reap the best dividends when it comes to building a good physique. And especially I know the reality is a lot of girls obviously you want to build that instability, you want to build an ass, and you're honestly you can keep on doing those glute kickbacks using your own body weight or using very little resistance. You can do that till the cows come home. Trust me, you will not build a good ass doing that. You need to be squatting, you need to be deadlifting, you need to be doing hip thrusts, you need to be doing good mornings, you need to be doing all these fundamental movements that will build not just the great ass, but also will build the rest of your body from head to toe. So the rep ranges, girls, is alternate between doing heavy weight training, which would be, you know, about 3 to 6 rep range, and then the higher rep range of 8 to 12 reps would be the ideal reps. But strength training is not doing 20 rep sets or 30 rep sets or 40 rep sets. That goes into more endurance, muscular endurance training and aerobic training. And if you're looking to build real muscle and real strength, that is not the rep range you need to be training in. So another myth, another female fitness myth, would be a lot of, I'm sure many men think this as well, but there's the notion of like there are no good, there are good and bad foods. The reality is, calories in versus calories out is king when it comes to achieving any fitness related goal, whether it's fat loss, whether it's building muscle, building strength. You know, obviously the quality of your food should be something that is taken into consideration, and you don't want to typecast certain foods, because that's the worst thing you can do for your mental health when it comes to food is, you know, create unhealthy relationships with food, and build bad habits with food, and kind of label foods as being extremely unhealthy and forbidden, because that, believe it or not, like, because that'll lead to things like, you know, depriving yourself excessively of like what would be forbidden food, so to speak. And then when you do actually afford yourself the opportunity to eat that food, you're gonna probably binge, because you're gonna be like, God, this is this once in a blue moon rare opportunity that I get to eat this food, and I'm just gonna go all out. Do you know what I mean? And you don't want to build that. You don't want to build that unhealthy habit of, sorry, dog's barking, but you don't want to build that unhealthy habit of, you know, labeling foods as being extremely unhealthy. You want to set aside time to enjoy, within reason, some, you know, nice foods, so to speak. Don't conceive them to be unhealthy, like bad or really like forbidden foods, or like that's it. I've ate this one bad food, that means I need to like just fucking throw the baby out with the bathwater and just fucking go on a binge here. Just enjoy yourself every so often, occasionally, and then go back to work, get back on the diet. So another female fitness myth would be that women need to do a lot of cardio training to be fit, and the reality is that is not the case. Cardio is very important when it comes to like keeping your heart healthy and keeping your aerobic and cardiovascular system healthy. But you need to strike that right balance of lifting weights, strength training, and also implementing aerobic and cardio training. Don't be doing either or excessively. This also goes for men as well. Don't be that fucking gym bro who just fucking lifts all the time and only does fucking bench press and arms, chest and arms. Go out for runs. If you can't do a run, start off walking. Graduate to jogging. Graduate to a run. If you don't like running, there's the assault bike. There's skier machines. There's, you know, bikes. There's swimming. If you're a good swimmer, there you go. Low hanging fruit. That's a great way of doing cardio. So strike that right balance of, don't be a cardio bunny and be flat out on the treadmill. I see this so much in gyms. I see girls just hop on the treadmill and they'll just fucking go on the treadmill for like, I mean, not even any appreciable amount of time, like, but 20-30 minutes. And there's some girls will be on that treadmill for walking for like an hour or two. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there's no benefits in doing that, like, but you need to be lifting weights. If you want to like build a truly fucking strong, sexy physique, you need to be lifting weights. That is just the reality of it. Do you know what I mean? So strike that right balance of cardio and strength training, and you will see great results. Another female fitness myth, which is an interesting one, is that girls are afraid to take creatine. This is a funny one. Like, I mean, even men are afraid to take creatine. Creatine is one of the most well-researched supplements in the world. So many studies, numerous studies proving the benefits of creatine, not just for men but for women as well, because by taking creatine you will increase your work capacity in the gym, and so you'll be able to do more work in the gym, you'll be able to lift heavier weights with extra reps, you will have more energy, you because of better ATP production and utilization of ATP. And you know, when it comes to whether it be you're looking to lose body fat, lose weight, build muscle and strength, like having more creatine will, which will then enable you to train harder, is gonna reap dividends because you'll be able to do more work, you'll be able to train harder, you'll burn more fat, you'll burn more calories, you'll be able to lift extra weight and you'll build strength. So it doesn't, listen, trust me, it does not bloat you. It doesn't cause all these other myths that people talk about. It's not steroids. That's another thing. Like people think creatine is steroids. Listen, it's not steroids. It's actually a substance that you can get from food, from steak, from meat. It is a naturally occurring substance. It is not an anabolic steroid. So getting that creatine train if you haven't, it is a great performance enhancing tool to use for the gym, and it's one of the key supplements that I would recommend for anyone, whether it be female or male. And I suppose the final female fitness myth that is going to be dispelled here is that women and men are supposed to train differently. No, like that couldn't be further from the truth. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to training women, like you know, like the only thing I would change maybe is just, I mean, depending on the person, I'd probably just you know, obviously on average, men are stronger than women, baseline average. But honestly, training women and men should not be any different. There should be very little difference, and anybody tells you any different is talking shit. We are very similar. Like we are the same species after all, and the training should not be different. Do you know what I mean? There might be some slight differences, but it's very little. Um, so um, yeah, I mean, really, I'm sure there are many more myths, and I will do a video on sort of more general, fitness and health myths that are pervasive in the industry. But I felt compelled to make this video because it's something that I think like I would like to see a lot more women get into lifting weights and strength training, because it's such a phenomenal tool to really build a sexy physique and a sexy body. Get that Insta booty, girls. Honestly, like I can't recommend strength training enough, and it'd be just great to see more women get involved, because there's another thing as well that would do wonders for your confidence. Um, Being strong builds confidence, and that is something that women can certainly benefit from. Men obviously too, but you know, I would like to see more empowered and more confident women in the gym, and I hope that watching this video does that for a lot of girls, or like I said, men who are watching this video and they know, like, girls, whether it be wives, girlfriends, sisters. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I appreciate and love y'all.